Good evening and welcome back to another episode in the bird room. So, what's been happening in the bird room since our last episode? Not too much, to be 100% honest. Bit of pairing up of the mule in pairs. Hybrid pairs, I've put a few together, which I'll show you as the episode goes out. Some of the shows, we did Walsall show. Took some well, actually, I have to thank Gary for this, Gary McBee. He took some birds up for me, some greenfinches that classed really well, and some fives. Bearing in mind the amount of birds that was in this show, it was brilliant. We entered 6 fives and 5 was in the card, so can't be happier than that. Also, the same day, obviously, we sponsored Dagenham and District Show, which is this one here. So we had the Young Stock Show, and obviously with sponsoring it, we have a little trade stand there. So while I was there, I did take some birds along. Bear this in mind though, and everyone always usually says this, better birds really did go to Walsall because it was a bigger show, and this was Dagenham one was only a young stock show, so I took sort of the B team, not taking anything away from the guys that did show the birds because it might sound a bit off, but yeah, the better birds obviously went up north or to the Midlands anyway to the other show, but even still we did manage to achieve best in show, which is, this is what it's all about. Lovely rosette. Obviously this one will go with the other ones that I do keep in my office, or to the dismay of my wife, because she hates them because they pile up everywhere, but I do sneak them in. Obviously the other ones go in my shed as you've seen before. So about the show was fantastically run, and Chris Harrison, this was his first show, he's never shown before, so it was something for him to take away from it. And obviously in the members show coming up, which is 11th of December, I'll give you more details on that later on. So on show there was an absolutely fantastic array of birds. As you'll see in some of the pictures, the mule and hybrid section was phenomenal. You had bramble chaffies in there, crossbill hybrids, crossbill mules, loads of bullfinch hybrids, an absolute, put it this way, it's the most mules and hybrids I've seen in one place at any young stock show ever. So a credit to the people that did bench them on the day, because they are definitely something for everyone to look at. But like I said, we achieved Best British with a current year greenie cocks. Obviously it was a young stock show, which is, I believe, this one right behind me here. Now, for me, weren't the best bird that I've got in my shed, but like I said, there was birds at other shows that obviously had bigger classes to compete against, so they went up there. By the way, the most important thing is was the junior. Obviously this is what we need to promote more than anything. Juniors and novices coming through. This is what it's all about, try and get more involved in the hobby. And I think showing birds keeps it more, especially through winter. You imagine breeding season is plenty to look at, and everyone's enthusiastic because obviously they see chicks in the nest or eggs and stuff like that. But breeding, obviously through winter we've got sort of a down period, and obviously taking your birds to a show, meeting guys and having a chat with them keeps you involved in with the birds, and if not, gives you something to look forward to with the breeding season, try and achieve something better for the year after. So best junior at Dagenham Young Stock Show went to Angel Keenan, and well deserved in my opinion as well. What I'll do is I'll put all the results up if we have a quick look at, may interest some, may not interest others. And obviously there's some pictures to follow from the show, because there was absolutely fantastic array of birds, like I've said. Not just a British section, we had 5 canaries there, border canaries, zebra finches, budgies. There was a full array of birds, all current year bred birds as well, because that's what a young stock show's about. Now, as mentioned, the 11th is the Dagenham Members Show. This show, I mean, I've shown there, well, obviously before COVID, so about 3 years ago, I would say. Really, really well run, and when I was asked to sponsor it, I couldn't really refuse, really, because great bunch of guys at Dagenham, and they do everything to support each other. And then absolutely fantastic array of birds on show. When I did the show there was something for everyone to see. So if you're available on the 11th of December, and you're not too far away from the show, pop in and have a look. Like I said, it is members only. If you do want a show there, just become a member. It's simple, and there is a Facebook group, obviously the same, Dagenham and District Bird Society. But if you want more information, message anyone on there, or Richard Wilson, and he'll point in the direction, obviously, who you need to speak to about getting a schedule. But obviously the time is limited now. By the time this goes out, there's only a week to the show, so best hurry up if you are wanting to show there. As we're talking about shows, obviously you will have seen these hangers from DS Birds. I messaged him a while ago, soon as I found out where they are, because these are an absolute godsend. I have shown you before where I do have show cages where I put an eyelet in there to obviously hook on the cage, but these are a lot more secure, and you've got no danger of the cages falling off or something was to happen. But you have probably seen them on Oliver's channel and Matt's channel, but we have actually got them available now, and they're not expensive, and they're really, really worth the weight in gold. Quite light actually, but they are really good addition, and I'm sure that, well, the main reason we've got them is, like I said before, someone asks for something, I'll do my best to get it. Being asked for them, we have actually stocked them. I'll talk about the other bits we've got shortly. I know people who follow us on Facebook do know we've got other things available, but I'll introduce them into it as we are going along, talking about what's happening. So this week, well, actually it wasn't this week, it was last week, and it's been part of my planning now for some time, is obviously looking forward to the breeding season, 2022 breeding season. Sorting through obviously the green finches and the mule and hybrid pairs as mentioned, and we have started to, like a pair of the bramble finches I've gone, I've told you before. We've only got a yellow hammer cock because we lost the hen, so he's probably going to go, because I doubt I'm going to get a yellow hammer in this time of year. Majority of the red poles will be going, because what I've thought about is obviously the green finches, and it's been mentioned over the years many a times, and obviously I've mentioned it in my videos, to really successfully do well in the shows, you really need to concentrate on one variety of birds, but I can't obviously just do one. So the greenfinch are going to take more of a front seat as well as a face, and that should keep me occupied, as well as obviously chucking the mules and hybrids in there. But I can't have red poles. Well, I can, but I've got the pair of chappies still, I've got this and that. So if you, it's a lot to take on. If you wanted a pair of Siskins, Red Paws, Chappies, Linnets, and the list goes on, because that's obviously what I had last year. But it's going to be probably running 10 pairs of green finches, an odd pair of this and that, and the mule and hybrid pairs, which I'll come on to shortly. 15 pairs of fives, and that, some Norwich and this and that. I'm getting as bad as what Matt held is at the Canary Room. So on the mule and hybrid pairs, what I've done is put them in some of the cages down here. We've managed to get a Siskin cock, thanks Matt. Matt sorted this out for me. It's gone to a clear yellow. These birds are really coming in condition quick, they're getting a bit feisty. A clear yellow Norwich hen, so that's obviously one of the pairings. Quite a new pairing as well, because I've got Siskins, I've bred Siskin mules, but there's something about this pair that I think will work well. Also, thanks to Jason Coventry, I know he had some Norwich to go, but I wanted some current year ones. He had a couple of, a current year cinnamon, which is a yellow feathered bird, which I ordered, and obviously sister from 2020 breeding season, and obviously also the adult breeding pair that bred them. So thanks Jason for that, and thanks for keeping them until they finish molting. And as you can see now, one of the yellow feathered cinnamons, lovely feather on this bird. Paired it to current year Goldie cock to get some goldfinch mules. And why Goldie mules? Why Siskin mules? Yes, I would love to breed a lot of red poll hybrids, like red poll bully, red poll crossbill, or crossbill red poll, things like that, but you can't keep everything. And if I'm going down the mule and hybrid route, for me, it's like I've said before, a good yellow Goldie mule really is my thing. Obviously bred to a Norwich. That's what I'd like to see again back on the show bench. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with I don't know how many crossbill mules I've seen recently. Lovely birds, but I want a bit of variety. And Bernard Williams hit the nail on the head in his video, that sometimes more variety gives people something more to look at. So that's that. Anyway, also we've got current year Goldie cock again with a 5 canary, a white 5 canary. This 5 was given to me. I loaned someone a green 5 cock, and he said come round, have a look and pick a 5 you want, and obviously perfect for a miniature muling pair, which doesn't really do it for me, but I've got a spare Goldie cock and I was going to mule with him. Current year 5, current year Goldie, shouldn't be no issue whatsoever. Put them together now to bond over the next few weeks. Bear this in mind though, Chaffee hybrids and the harder hybrids, the bully hybrids, they need to be together as long as possible. If I was doing them, unfortunately I'm not, they would have been together already. But the fact that it's the muling pairs, not hybrid pairs, Goldies and Siskins seem to settle in quite easily with obviously canaries, so they don't need as long to bond together. Also, we've got the Chaffee hybrids again, Greeny Chaffee. We're running 2 pairs of them again this year. Crossbill, young Crossbill, well, he was young last time, he's not young anymore. Crossbill with Norwich for a Crossbill mule. We've had them together all through breeding season this year. May as well carry on and keep them together. Greeny Bully, if you would have seen in Matt's episode when Matt came here, they're still together. She is 4 years old now, so this will be her last year if she makes it to breeding season. Also 2 new additions which I haven't shown you yet, because they're in the flights together and trying to get them on camera. Somebody put the camera in front of them, all hell breaks loose, they go crazy. and that is common crossbill to a greenfinch hen, nice greeny hen as well actually, current year crossbill, current year greeny hen, one that we've bred, so they should bond quite nicely together. Crossbills and greenfinches are quite similar in well, everything about it really, except for the beak. They're very similar, so I think they'll bond quite easy together and breed quite freely, so fingers crossed for them come the breeding season. So obviously that is just some of the mules and hybrid pairs that we are trying to achieve this year. Maybe some more to be added, who knows, maybe a twite mule, we'll see, but I would have liked to have done obviously a canary bully, greeny bully, dare say crossbill bully, but to be honest with you, current year British bullfinches are not really easy to come by. I know obviously I've seen some people getting them and wonder how they've got them so easy, but like I said, sometimes less is more. If someone does have a spare current year hen out there, give me a message, let me know. I'll try and arrange for something, but like I said, it's not be all and end all because we've got enough to be going on with it as with the pairs that we've got. So Fife wise, like I said, I have ordered a couple of pairs of this and a couple of pairs of that, which as the time progresses and I manage to acquire them and get them in the shed, I will show you guys and obviously tell you the reasons I've picked them and things like that. While it's on to breeding season, like I said, some people on Facebook do know we have actually got these available, but this is going to be mine for this year. We've got various designs on the front, but this is one I'm going to be using. Just have to, don't you really? Young birds on the front. They're exactly the same as the ones I used last year. I was asked again early in the week to see if I can get them. And then next thing I know, 50's been ordered and they're now available on the website. I have been asked a few times what they're like inside, but like I said, I have shown you before. Pretty simple to use and a vital part of any breeding season. If you don't keep your records, you're going to get everything mixed up. Say for instance you've got a cinnamon bird, whether it be with greenfinches, Norwich, Gloucesters, Fifes, any variety, and you lose that cinnamon feather, it can mess your birds up, can improve your birds, especially with the feather quality of a cinnamon, but breeding records are a vital must for me. So, Carshalton and Wallington, we have our show. It is this year on the 2nd of January. I'm the club secretary for that. Any information you need on that, send me a message, leave a comment, anything like that. I can point you in the right direction if you want a schedule for that. Same again, send me a message and I'll get it sorted out for you. It is an open show, CBS show, so it's all varieties. That is the 2nd of January. Straight after that is the Carshalton and Wallington sale, so that'll run consecutively straight through the well, the afternoon and some of the staging's away. People will be turning up with obviously birds, surplus stuff to sell. We also have the sale this Sunday, Sunday the 4th of December. Get my days mixed up some days. Sellers 4:30. Obviously you can come in, set up, get your things out ready. For buyers, a new time of 6 o'clock, and this is just because obviously the winter hours. People who do travel down here to bring the birds and the surplus stuff to get rid of. If they've got birds to put away when they go back home, obviously the earlier the better. So 6 o'clock through the winter hours. When it comes to summer, we'll revert back to 7 o'clock for opening to the public, but this time 6 o'clock we will be there with obviously the normal type stuff. If you do require sacks of seed, simply send me a message or do what you always do, give me a call. Now, one thing I would like to say, if you are attending our sale, if you could and you don't mind, wear a mask. This new COVID strain is around. Obviously, there is a case being found in Sutton where we are, so um, it's not going to harm you to wear a mask. It's not a must. It's not a legal requirement, should I say, but at the end of the day, it's to protect us all and keep the bird shows and sales open. Last thing we want to do, we've spent all this time in lockdown, is just for the sake of it not wear a mask, pass COVID around and get locked down again. It's the last thing we all need. So if you can and you are attending, just think about it. Consider others, put a mask on. I mean, I don't technically need to wear one, but I always wear one just for safety anyway. So, but yeah, anyone who wants the address for that, it's SM1 3HH. Can't really tell you what's going to be there because we don't know until the day. But majority of the time, there's a lot of birds there. In fact, there's always a lot of birds there. We have seed and all the bird essentials there. There's always, yes, a hell of a lot of birds there, of all varieties. Budgies, zebra finches, there's been on a few of them, a load of canaries, mules and hybrids, British birds. There's a variety of everything there. It is a Sutton tennis centre, so you won't get, well, you will get lost with a postcode, but that is a correct postcode. So, but obviously if you know where it is, at the top of the gates before you come in down to the Sutton tennis centre, there is a banner up there saying Carl Shorten and Wallet and Bird Club, so hopefully you shouldn't miss it. So obviously the show season for me would be, well, Dagenham and Carshalton and Wallington will be probably my last one, because I'm thinking forward about breeding. As you can see with greenfinches behind me, best, second best, third best, blah blah blah. That's my opinion anyway. But the birds will need at some point to be in the flights and getting as fit as a fiddle, because I want them, they're more important to me for breeding with rather than showing with. And like I said, as much as I do like rosettes, nothing wrong, in fact I do like a good rosette. Breeding is what it's about for me, and I want to get the weight off them, get them fighting fit. Same with the hens. I don't tend to show as much hens as cockbirds, obviously because of keeping them in the flights, keeping fit. So that would be my last one. Maybe tempted to do the Old British, but it depends. It really does. I would like to go, but I'll see where I am, see how the birds are. At that point, my birds start to get in condition around February, March time. So straight after Christmas, I know the Old British and stuff is on in January. So it's not giving me much time to condition my birds for a point of breeding anyway. The birds itself are looking fantastic. I mean, the greenfinch cocks, as you can see. I mean, there is one or two up there that won't be ready for Dagenham, but will be ready for Carshalton, because there's a couple that battered themselves up. And I'll explain that. What happened is, one of my hybrid pairs, the crossbill with the greenfinch, I had it in one of these cages, literally overnight, got out, and he's flying around in my shed all night, scaring the crap out of my birds, because like I've said to you before, they do like to escape. Luckily where he is now is where he's been, obviously, and quite comfortable in there, but they will escape out of obviously these cages. So knocked a few feathers out of some of the greenfinches, but it's bird keeping for you. You're always going to get ups and downs no matter what. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much else really to think about at this point. What pairs are going to what will come over the next few weeks. I mean, I'll be going through the fives and sorting through them, which is going to be interesting. but it all depends on when I get the new pairings in that I'm, like I said, what I've ordered anyway. And we'll take it from there. Then there will be some obviously surplus to go. On Sunday, however, we will be probably taking some of the Gloucesters down. I will take some of the Gloucesters down to Carshalton. And if you do obviously want a consort Corona, I know which is definitely ends. The current year birds, I couldn't really tell you because, like I said, they aren't my birds. I didn't breed them. The ends are the adult ends anyway. Last year's ends. I know which is which because obviously he's rung them anyway. But yes, that's about it for today. Sorry I babbled on a little bit, but just trying to explain one thing or another. If you're at Sutton Sale on Sunday, I will see you down there. If you're going to Dagenham show on Saturday, a week Saturday, I will see you there. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks everyone for the all the new subscribers to the channel. I think we've had 50 in this last month or so. I think. Don't keep a track on obviously the numbers, 'cause it's not really that important. What's important is you're enjoying the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you just before Christmas for the final episode of this year. A rundown of the year and things like that. Till next time, see you then.